Hey, your location is not showing. Oh, I turned it off earlier. No reason. Oh, that's fine. That's okay. Not a big deal. You're being weird about it. No, I'm not. It's fine. A dot on the mat disappeared. One partner knows exactly what happened. The other one spent the next hour wondering. Welcome back to the Happiness Games for Romantic Relationships. I'm your host, Yi Zhao Martins. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of California, and my specialty is somatic couple therapy. Let's begin. So let's just admit it. We've all done that, having a tracker on, either for the purpose of tracking your teenage child, where they're about, or sharing with your friend so you can coordinate time to meet up. But today, our context is in a long-term relationship of a romantic nature where one partner has a location sharing with the other partner. And it seems they get into it as a norm in their relationship until one partner starts to do something differently. Have you spent time wondering what happens when the other partner turn off their location sharing? What are they about? What are they doing? Why are they hiding their location share with you? It could be the other person is having a very busy day. Maybe they're driving. Maybe they just want an afternoon all to themselves without interruption. Well, but what it appears to this partner who wanted to know the location sharing, it seems this is a huge question mark in their head. And our human brain does not like question marks. We generate ideas and stories to fill in the blank, which actually leads us to anxiety. So today we're going to talk about this phenomenon, location sharing or not, in romantic relationships from three different lenses. The first one, we're going to talk about it from neuroscience perspective, Lisa Feldman Barrett's Predictive brain and body budgeting. Two, we're going to look at it from a systematic perspective as how this location shared or not shared is information transferred or not transferred between the two people in this relationship and how the boundaries were managed. Three, we're going to look at deep inside what needs were being expressed, were valued by each partner, and how both of them a need for privacy and an autonomy, and a need for attachment seeking. They're both valid needs, human needs that could be negotiated and also show up in the one body, one person, instead of being split between the partner in a romantic relationship. And the end, I will also offer two tools. One is for the partner that decide to close the boundary. The other one is for the partner that wants to check. And we always have a standalone meditation at the end, so stay tuned. Let's begin. So the neuroscience perspective. According to Lisa Feldman Barrett, which is her book, I read two of them. Let me just summarize the essence for you. My understanding of her idea of predictive brain is our brain has a primary function, which is to draw from past information and pattern and predict the future so we can manage what resources and energy get to use in our body accordingly. For example, the partner who is used to check the location of the other partner, their brain is used to this old pattern. I know where you are, you share location with me, leads to relaxed ease, spending less time trying to track your partner. But when the partners switch off the location sharing, this loop got disrupted. So the brain may draw from a different loop. I don't know. Maybe this partner had a childhood where their parents are not available as much and they felt abandoned. And when they cannot have access to their caregivers, the loop is, I'm in danger, I'm not safe. So the body start to be activated, the brain give energy and resources to the body to mobilize, to search for their caregiver, attachment figure, to reach out to them, maybe to cry and to complain so they can get the care they need. So they predict the future based on the past loop, past pattern, and which can activate this partner who doesn't want to share location, want to close that boundary. Maybe in the past, their caregiver are hovering over them, giving them plenty of attention, and they don't have privacy and autonomy. So their old pattern is when my parents or my caregiver hovering over me, keeping calling me and tracking me, doesn't give me space, it leads to anxiety. And their brain activate this prediction that I need to hide and shut down so they don't find me and see me and I still have my private space. This prediction lands in this behavior output. Can you see this partner's behavior output of pursuing and this partner's behavior output of withdrawing form our classical roll-lock pursuer withdrawer dynamic, which creates a lot of tension, exhausting conversations, and unresolved conflicts for couples in our world, in our time. And the location sharing or not is just a symptom of it. So second, let's take a look at what information get crossed or not crossed within the two people's boundary in this romantic relationship and who gets to decide. Oftentimes, each partner hold on to their old loop and they're operating the same way over and over. And both of them feel my way is the correct way. In some way, that's true. That has been the way they've been repeating over the years, and that's the only way they know how to do a relationship. So when they're stuck in the roadblock, none of them want to budge, and none of them want to change. And that's what I see in my therapy room coming in. Both people are being quite stubborn in their position. So according to the system-centered theory and the application of that I use in my practice, each person's system has its own boundaries. And ideally, we want to keep the boundary permeable enough we can receive new information, which help us, our brain, to correct the loop, the prediction, and create new neural pathways, which leads to growth and transformation. That is wonderful. But do you remember what I shared before in our previous content? That we need to survive first before we can develop and transform. So this old loop keep us survive, keep us alive. Think about a relationship attachment with the caregivers. We rely on that to survive as a child. So if that's the loop we learned, we automatically think if we continue repeating that, we'll get the care we need or we'll get the space we need. And that's the only way we know how to do this. But when both people are in long-term relationship, you have a third option. You can negotiate your boundaries and decide how permeable or not permeable at any given time. Each of you can state your values. Why this is important for me to turn on the location sharing? Maybe because of my culture. I'm actually recording this video in Beijing, China, my hometown. In this culture, sharing location with your romantic partner is the norm. It's a sign that I'm being honest with you as for where I'm about. I want to give you comfort and reassurance so you don't worry about me. If I operate from this norm, this loop, I feel pretty righteous about it. And I demand information sharing openly where you're about. Well, most people in America have a different culture. The Bay Area where I live, privacy and autonomy and independence are highly valued in the Bay Area. So even if someone with a Chinese descendant who were born there and raised there, they're more likely, like some of my clients, really value privacy and location sharing is a red flag for them in dating. So from their perspective, that is a definitely no-no, boundary closed. So you can see if both those two people coming from different culture get together as a couple, which is very common in my practice. A lot of couples come to me because they're either interracial or one of them is Chinese Asian American, one of them is from Asia originally, and there's some cultural differences and collisions as for boundary open or not open, how open it is, who get to decide how open the boundary is. In reality, it's something the two of you can negotiate and share your perspective and see what's the deep needs that each of you have, coming from that place to connect with each other instead of getting a roll-up. So the third perspective we're going to share today is how both needs are valid human needs. The partner who wants autonomy and independence. If you think about developmentally, each human being goes through different stages, starting from a baby to a child to a teenager to a young adult. They are attached to their attachment figure, their caregiver. Initially, they need more care. The whole thing about attachment is two questions. One, are you accessible to me? Can I get to you when I need you, when I have needs, either physical needs or emotional needs? Two, if you're around me, are you going to be there for me? Some caregiver might be physically present and emotionally checked out, or they cannot be attuned to their child and meet their child's needs. So that's the second question. Can you be there for me when I need you, when I'm in pain, either physically or emotionally? Can I get comfort from you? So when this teenager looking part that dominate this partner's life saying, I want autonomy, leave me alone, I want just to be by myself and be quiet, do my own thing. You should just feel safe. When I'm attending to myself, I'm not cheating, I'm not doing anything bad, I just want some space for myself. That's a decent human needs, to be independent, autonomous, having the space to integrate and to take care of themselves. And for this partner, if their attachment needs is to reflecting a younger child part that want you to be around all the time, want you to be accessible, and knowing where you are and sharing locations, have more transparency. That is also a legitimate need, especially from communal culture. And that creates safety, that creates predictability. It actually lower their body budget as for designating to search for their caregiver or attachment partner, and so they can focus on what they're doing instead. So can you see there's some similarities between the both of them? Both of them wanted to attend to their own needs and stay regulated and using their energy to achieve their goals, to develop and transform. But when each of them get triggered, they go into their survival mode where they cannot have access to their observer and to negotiate like adults. So what are some tips I have for you? For the partner that close the boundary, it's good to name that old loop you have. I had a story I given to you that this partner may have a childhood where their parents are hovering them like helicopter parents, and they don't feel they have enough privacy and autonomy and space just to be themselves and do their own thing. Their boundaries not being respected. So when their partner requests this extra sharing of information, they really feel their old loop is being activated. So if you're the partner having this type of history and pattern, name that for yourself. And also notice how, if you can, open up your own boundary to have information from the outside at this given time, sensory wise, and also internally. What is it like to be in a new relationship, not in the relationship with your parents or old partner, be in this time? Now it's 2026. How old are you today? Do you have access to certain kind of information, and you do have more capacity compared to when you were a teenager? Can you control your own whereabouts without worrying losing your autonomy? What if you share? What if you tell your partner where you are? What happens? Are you losing something? What are you losing? What is your deepest needs when you say, I do not want to share your location? Can you express these needs? Can you say, well, I'm really busy today. Well, I wanted to switch my phone off today. I want to have a digital detox so I can focus on my well-being. I'm going to massage, where I'm going to be in nature. I want to work on something in my head. I want to be left alone. It has nothing to do with you. I still care about you and our connection. But in this moment, I want to connect with myself. Can you state those needs? For the partner who wants to check, who wants to have that information to reassure themselves and to feel safe, in their nervous system. It's also good to notice your old loop. What happens when you are in your relationship with a previous partner or your attachment figure, your caregiver, if you do not get that information, whether about you do not get the reassurance what happened inside of you. Is there a young child part that's screaming for attention, love, and care and connection? Can you give that part some care and some love and talk to that part saying, I hear you. You are feeling unsafe right now. What do you need from me? What can I offer you? Do you need a warm cup of tea? Do you need a blanket? Do you need a massage? Do you want to call a friend? What can make you feel good and calm down again? So you're managing your own body budget. Your brain is predicting the future based on the past loop, but you have the agency to put and choose a different path in taking the current information. How old am I today? Is this partner the same partner I had before? Or is this a partner, my parent? Do I have another possibility that this relationship is different? And how can I behave in the way that we can construct together a new form of relationship that meets both of our needs? Can we negotiate from a place of being an adult? So, are you ready for our meditation? Let's take a couple minutes together. Wherever you are, just let yourself be there. Notice your breath, just as it is right now. You don't need to change it. Just notice it moving in and out on its own. If there's an urge in you right now to check something, to know something, to get some space, just notice that it's there. You don't have to act on it. You don't have to push it away either. Just notice it and surround it with lots of space. See if you can get in touch with your heartbeat. Maybe in your chest. Feel free to put a hand on your heart. Or maybe it's in your neck or your wrist. However fast or slow it is right now, that's fine. We're just noticing. Now bring your attention to your stomach. Either tightness or fluttering, heaviness. Whatever you find, you don't need to fix it. Just let yourself feel it the way you notice weather passing through. Watching it like the cloud floating by. Now take a slightly longer breath and let the exhale be even longer than the inhale. Slow and hurried, like you're letting something settle down with it. One more like that in, and a long, slow breathe out. Notice if anything your body has shifted, even slightly. The heartbeat, the stomach, the breath. Not because you had to fix anything, just because the body often softens a little once it's actually being noticed instead of managed. Whatever you were curious about, whatever you wanted to know, it can wait a few more breaths. You're allowed to just be here in your own body before you go looking for anything outside of it. Take one more full breath in and let it go. Slow and easy. And when you're ready, come back. If you want, you can repeat after me, maybe with a hand on your heart. I can wait. I can want to know without needing to chase it. I can need space without needing to hide. My body can learn to ask instead of guess.